And then you know what would happen all the time is they'd go, "Oh, no, 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 Ben, I'll just buy it." Or they'd say, "You know what? I was gonna buy it later, but I'll go ahead and buy that galley set today. I can tell you're really working hard for this." Because they would see the fact that I believed that no sales did not exist. My belief in that shines through constantly on your demo. If you think no sales exist, no sales will exist for you. The rep next to you, the other rep next to you that says no sales don't exist for me, they won't exist for them. They'll write up an order in every single demo that they do. No sales do not exist if you believe that they don't. That's the first thing that you need to recognize. You have 4 demos for the day, you should write up 4 orders. If you have a cancellation or reschedule, go get an order from the neighbor. How do you go get an order from the neighbor? Hey, Jenny, I'm here, you're here. I was supposed to meet with your neighbor. I'm working on the scholarship. It's super important to me. By the way, you might even know about it. It's called Cutco. They actually give me credit for my scholarship for showing you the knives. And if you want to place an order, you can. But hey, do you have Cutco? Oh, you do? Let me show you some of the new stuff. And you do a quick 15, 20-minute demo. I used to go to Panera Bread. Panera Bread was where all at this time, not really necessarily, whatever the deli is that all the moms go to in the middle of the day and like hang out after they work out or pick up their kids from camp or whatever. I used to go there and I used to go like target mom tables and I would move around as they sat down and I'd pull out my blue book and I would just like start working and making calls and then I'd drop something and I'd oh sorry and then I'd like start talking to them. And my goal was to write up an order before my next demo if I had a reschedule or cancellation. So I could what I used to do is I used to write the CPO in the calendar. So every demo I had to write in and circle it. And if I had to reschedule, my goal was before my next demo, I had to write in a CPO from a phone order, from a stop by, from a neighbor, something. I had to write it in because I had planned to get 4 orders for the day. So I had to find a way to get 4 orders. Maybe you're getting something out of this, maybe you're not, but here's the point. It's we're leaving CPO on the table from opportunities that we can create, right? Opportunities that we can create. Thumbs up on that. Does that make sense? You know, I'm thinking about a time in my SC2 push where I got there and she wasn't there. But her friend, her car was in her driveway. This lady was just sitting in the driveway. She's looking at me like, "Who the hell are you?" I'm looking at her like, "Are you the customer?" She didn't roll down her window or anything. I knocked on it, called, she wasn't there. So I saw that, and maybe she wasn't in the driveway, but right outside the house, whatever. And I finally went up to the door and I go, "Hey, are you whatever the lady's name was?" She's like, "No, I'm not, but I'm waiting for somebody to drop off a piece of furniture. She had to go out of town." And I told her what I was doing. I said, "Do you mind if we just do a quick demo in her kitchen while we're waiting on the person?" 1500 CPO. It could have been a no, it could have been nothing, right? But you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, right? So one, no sales don't exist. Number two, how can we create orders in opportunities where we have reschedules or cancellations? How can we create immediate appointments? Okay. Next, stop closing on your customer and start closing with your customer. I want to teach you 2 concepts that I think will really serve you well here. Okay. You know, Garrison had a conversation, an update last night. It was awesome, Garrison. It ended up being a long demo, but you worked with the customer to find something that could work for them, right? We got to create those opportunities. I want to teach you 2 things on closing and dealing with objections that I think can really level up your game here. Okay. One of the biggest objections that we hear on an appointment of why we didn't make the sale has to do with one of 2 forms, and really it's the same objection. Okay. Something along the lines of, "Hey, I can't buy it right now. Okay. I want to get it later. I want to talk to my spouse." It's like this form of later. Okay. Or it's they don't like whatever you're showing them at that point in time. It's really one of those 2 realms. Okay? It's really one of those 2 realms. Like somebody says, "Oh, it's too much." Okay? If somebody says it's too much, so once again, we're kind of operating in the realm of there's one of those 2 realms that we're operating in. Okay? If somebody says it's too much, role play that with me, Alex Reed. What can I do to clarify if somebody says it's too much so that I can work with the customer instead of against the customer as I go from there?
Um, I'm not gonna lie, my brain went to, sorry, Miss Jones, it's too much for your wallet in the future. That's just where my brain went to. But
Okay. We don't know if it's too much money, though. She said it's too much. Don't assume it's money.
yeah,
Okay.
the price or pieces, basically.
Okay. Price or pieces. Don't say pieces. Okay.
Mhm.
Don't say pieces. That thinks it. Here's what you want to say. Is it too much money or is it too many knives that are in the set? Is it too
Yeah.
much money or is it too many knives in the set? Now we know where to go from there, don't we, Alex? We know where we can go from there. Okay. If it's too much money, I can work with her on that. I can deal with the objection before I drop down. If it's too many pieces, too many knives, okay, then I can work with her on that. I need to understand what the objection is. That's step number one. I need to clearly understand and I need to restate it to her and get her to say what I want her to say. Alex, so what you're saying is, just to clarify, it's too much. And I just want to ask a little further so I can show you a proper solution of what a lot of other customers who felt the exact same way you're feeling right now. I want to show you a solution that a lot of them felt was a much better solution. So let me ask you this. Is it too much money or is it too many knives?
I would say just too much, like price wise, too much money.
Okay, get this down to your notes, guys. Feel, felt, found. Feel, felt, found. Hey, I want to make sure I fully understand what you're saying so I can show you what customers that felt the exact same way that you're feeling right now, we found was a great solution for them. So you're saying it's just a little too much money for you? Okay, hey, no problem. I just wanted to make sure I was clear on that. So number one, I'm going to restate their objection. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to make sure I'm super clear on what I need to do from there. Okay. Number two, the second thing that I'm going to do, okay, after I restate and I clarify, I'm gonna thank them and compliment them for giving me that information. The way that I can do that really softly is just I'm opening up a line of communication. I'm going to say something along the lines of, "Hey, Alex, I really appreciate you sharing that with me. That way I can make this a lot easier for both of us and find a solution that's a better fit for you and your family."
Sounds like a
Ba
good plan.
Basically, what we're doing, Alex, is we're telling them that she's still going to what?
Still gonna buy something.
Yep. This hasn't changed in any way, shape, or form the outcome of what's about to happen. All it's doing is giving us the information that's going to help us handle it and work with her. This is key because your physiology, there's a couple of key things that happen when you deal with objections. You want to get this down in your notes. Your physiology, okay, has to do with your body language, okay? Your physiology, your shoulders, your eyes, your neck, your physiology. Okay. Alex, there's a lot of people that when they get an objection, their physiology changes in a negative form and they don't even realize it. What happens is their customer knows that they've won. You guys ever watch Snoop Dogg doing he does these YouTube voiceovers sometimes when like an animal gets there in like a croc area or whatever, and it's like, so, have you guys ever seen this? It's pretty hilarious. You got to check it out. Does these Snoop Dogg voiceovers, okay? Or like Bob Menifee. You guys know Bob, he does it for like sports, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to check this out. Here's the point. We as humans are animals, okay? And as soon as your physiology changes in a negative form, the other person on the other side knows that they've won subconsciously. So we have to control our physiology, okay? The second thing that we have to control is our language, okay? We have to control our language in a way that it's relaxed, stoic, confident, to where we're letting her know that there's still something that's going to be a solution for her. Okay. That's super important. Controlling your physiology, controlling your language, and your confidence of what's about to occur. See, an objection is not a no. An objection is just you getting the information that you need so you can offer a solution that's a more comfortable fit for her. Okay? That's the mindset that we have to operate in when we get an objection. So, once I get that objection, I'm going to restate it. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to make sure I understand what's going on. Second, I'm going to thank her for giving me that information. Hey, Alex, I really appreciate you being honest with me. I appreciate you sharing that information with me. Number three, ask a question. Ask a question that you kind of already know the answer to that gets her on the same page as you. Okay? Alex, let's say you said it was too much money because you just renovated your basement. Okay? I'm gonna give you an example under that realm. Okay? Hey, Alex, I really appreciate you sharing that information with me. Let me ask you this. So what you're saying is you would go ahead and move forward if you hadn't just renovated your basement. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we are on the same page today that this is 253 a month over 5 months, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. In the basement, you said y'all knocked down some walls, right?
Hmm.
Okay. And so what if your contractor called you? Because you said that you didn't do the work yourself and you had somebody else do it. What if your contractor called you and said, hey, we just knocked down one of these walls. We're going to have to put a support beam in, or the whole house can fall down. It's another $600 to install this support beam in this area of what you need. What would you have said? Don't do the support beam?
No, I definitely spend the money. Gotta make sure the family's not gonna fall in the hole.
What if it was 1,200 bucks?
Same thing.
Okay. So really that's not the reason that you're not moving forward with the set. It's just the fact that you feel and you remember the fact that you just spent money on the basement, so it's preventing you from moving forward with this set. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's find something that's a little bit more comfortable for you and your family because this set might not be the right set for you. But I think as we work together to find something that's a little bit more comfortable, I think we'll probably find a solution that works a little bit better. I've been in this situation with a lot of different people, and I'll tell you, pretty much every single time that a customer likes Cutco and they want to buy Cutco, but that option's not right for them, we will find an option that works a little bit better for you. So let me ask you this. You said the butcher knife, and then I go into offering a solution. But here's what I did. I just got rid of the bullshit that she's not going to keep telling me that she just did the basement. She just told me that she would very comfortably spend another 600, 1,200, whatever dollar it was if the contractor called her for some additional reason. So that bullshit objection is not going to keep, it's a real thing. I'm not saying it's not a real objection. I'm just saying we're not going to keep getting it as we try to close over and over again and her think that that's like okay and that's the reason that she's not going to buy Cutco. I had a very real conversation with her. I gave her a real example. She agreed, and now we can move forward. And then lastly, number four. So number one, okay, number one was I need to understand what's going on. I need to restate, clarify, right? Number one. Number two, I need to do what? Gary, what am I going to do next?
Yeah, thank them for sharing what they shared to you.
This is how you become an expert closer, guys. Lala, you were asking about becoming a negotiator. This is it. Okay. This is how you do it. It's working with them. Number three, the third thing that we're going to do is we're going to offer them another solution. We're going to ask a question and we're going to offer them a new solution. There's a lot of different ways that you can do that, right? And then number four, we're going to ask for the sale again. Okay. Number four is we're going to ask for the sale again. Drop down slowly. The slower you drop down, the more you will sell. But I want you to implement one thing today. When you drop down and you present a solution, don't present the set. Present the solution. I'm gonna say that again. Don't present the set or the next option. Present the solution of why you're showing that option for her based on the conversation that you just had. There's a big difference when you drop down from the homemaker to the galley or the signature of the homemaker when you do it in a way that's a solution from her. Oh, Donovan, I really like this set, but God, it's just too many pieces for me. Okay. You just don't feel like you would use you ask her a couple of questions. She's like, I don't think I'd use this turning fork and I don't think I'd use the butcher knife. Okay. Hey, real quick, I got a question for you. I had a lot of customers that felt the exact same way that you're feeling right now. And a lot of them found this was an awesome solution. Do you like the cheese knife? Oh, you do? You'd use that all the time? You like the bottle opener feature? You like that it can cut the sauce? Okay, cool. And let me ask you this. Did you like the shears? Oh, yeah, we love the shears. Great. We just created the Pettifer set for your family. What we're going to do is we're going to use this block. We're going to replace, and I put it on the cheese knife. I put it on the block or on the page, put it on the butcher knife. We're going to replace that. And then with the shears, we're going to put that in the turning fork hole. Bam. How does that sound? Does that seem like a good set for you, Donnie? Cool. Hey, you know what? There's an upcharge for customizing. I'm going to take care of that for you personally. Don't even worry about it. Typically, sets are 20% more when you do them piece by piece by piece like that. I'm just going to take care of that for you. Don't even worry about it. Do you want to do Visa, Amex, or MasterCard? Done. When you're in that flow, don't mess with trying to calculate the change in pricing. Get the yes, move on, let's go. Don't let her think about it. She just said yes. You want to get the yes quickly. All right, I'm going to pause here. Okay. We talked about a couple of things this morning. We need to get on the phone. Here's what we talked about. One, give me some takeaways. Let's go to the chat box real quick. What are some things that jumped out to you this morning? And it can be objections, it could be points, it could be mentality, mindset. What did we cover this morning? Going into week 2, do a debrief for me in the chat box, please. As you guys are typing, I'd love for some people to chime in out loud. What are some things that hit?
I like the feel, felt, found and thanking them so they feel comfortable while
Totally.
you're still selling them.
Understood, right? They need to feel understood. They need to feel listened to, right, Mason? That's really, really important for you to gain their trust and that you're presenting a solution. Awesome. What else?
I
I
would
like the
say
part
the
about,
when you
oh,
clarify for what their objection is in more detail. Because yesterday I did that like feel felt found thing for like 3 hours, but I never really like went in and like super kind of dug into like I knew that it was because they got a pool, but I never like made it aware to them kind of why they didn't. But I'm gonna start using that one. It probably could have might have sold something more, but it might also made it a lot quicker than yesterday.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, and sometimes them just like Garrison getting them to like state how they're feeling out
Yeah,
loud and
yeah,
you clarifying that and that being like out in the open
yeah,
gives you space to like work through that with them
yeah,
as opposed to this thing that they're like holding secretive or
yeah,
like not getting out in the open because they don't really know how to say it. They feel weird about it,
yeah.
right? So it's good to
yeah.
like get it out in the open. So that's good. What else?
Say no 0 days for the team or no
Yeah.
sales for a demo.
Yeah, I mean it's like if you have a bad sales day and you sell $400 for the day, like a bad sales day, guys, can't be a 0 day. Like a bad sale, like no sales don't exist, right? No sales don't exist if we operate in this sort of mentality and mindset, right? No 0 days. We book 2 demos in the morning, we get a point. We book 4 for the day, we get a point. We're in 100% control of that. 20 recs. Hey guys, I'll throw out a bonus for you. Let's say you get 16 recs, okay, today. Go create 4 more numbers that you didn't have. You get a point. Go call your mom and get 4 more numbers that you didn't have. Call your grandma. Stop by and get your buddy's directory. Get another point. More numbers that you didn't have that you created for the day. Now there's zero excuse. You can go get numbers from anybody. You can create recs from anyone at any point in time. No excuse. Cool? Okay, good. Any others? Captains, y'all get that? New numbers created. It's not just recs, it's new numbers created for the day.
How many we need at least to get a point?
It's still 20. So if they get 37 recs for the day and they call their dad and they get 3 numbers that their dad's been holding out, they're now at 40 and they just hit a point. They just hit another point for that. If I'm at 57, if I'm at 55 recs for the day, and I call my grandma and get 5 more numbers that I didn't have, I'm now at 60. I just earned another point.
Gotcha. So just any new numbers you created can also add to
Get
the.
you over that threshold. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's
Get
say
you
they
over
get
the
10 recs and they get 10 more numbers. That counts as a point.
exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. I created X number of new numbers today. It could be Rex, it could be from your mom, it could be a directory that you got.
So they just
We're
recommended
go-
themselves to the more people.
we're going to do a cap on that though, because if you get a directory and it's got 1,000 numbers in it, we're not going to count it as 1,000. We'll need to do a cap on that. Okay. We'll do a cap on that for like 100. We'll do a cap on that for 100, guys. Okay. 100 Rex. Somebody gives you 500 Rex. That's good. But
Jason already has the directory right there. Look at that.
yeah, that's good. But I'm just being clear. We're going to do a cap on that of 5 points. So 20, just before you guys go nutso on that. Okay. All right. Any others? Quick takeaways?
I like how you did the basement example and just kind of got the real objection out or just got out the BS before like moving on instead of just dropping down and just keep going and they tell you the same thing. So I
Yeah.
really like that.
And now you can ask if you feel weird about saying it. I felt so weird the first time. I was like, oh, I'm being too personal. It's like, guys, here's the deal. People love when you get below like the surface level bullshit of talking to people. People love it. They love it because most people they talk to are so surface level. They're fake as shit. They don't really like get to the real point of like whatever they want to talk about. They beat around the bush. It's so energizing, and people love and respect when you get below that and you get deeper. You guys know, right? When you have a deeper conversation with somebody, you're like, man, I really connected with them. You can do that every single time you're with a customer. You just got to say the things that are on your mind in a really soft, gentle, nice way, right? I asked for permission. I'm really nice about it. But it gets below the bullshit of like, yeah, I just redid my basement. Cool, Jenny. I'm not gonna be like, and Jenny, grab your credit card. No, I'm like, Jenny, let's talk about that. I really appreciate you sharing that with me. That was a big expense. I
I,
totally get it.
I have a quick question. I don't know if this
Yeah.
is time or place, but I think it might help everybody out. The last two demos I have done, I did one this morning and I did one last night. It was they said that they couldn't pay for like, the homemaker or galley set or something, which they like what, $300 a month, right? But they were like, but I closed them on like a $600 order, but they want to pay it all at once. So I'm like, just Jones, if you can pay for $600 right now, why can't you do the same thing next month? And then, well, actually, why can't you half that this month, same next month, and it's just three more times? So it's like I'm having trouble like getting that point across, and I don't know.
Sometimes, Gary, you need to
Yeah,
drop down,
yeah,
do what they're comfortable with, and then
yeah.
you can go back up.
Okay, yeah,
So it's like this, Gary. Hey, Jenny, so you wanted to do that in full. This is going to be 600 in full. What if I did this? I know you said you didn't want to break it up over the 5 months. What if we just did the set that you really want and I give you another $100 off of it to do that set? And I'll just do it over 2 months. You'll pay the same price today as 600. You'll
okay,
do it one more time next month and I'll give you $100 off the set. How about we do that?
okay,
And a lot of the times, because you worked through that with them and then they got to a place of comfortability, sometimes then you can work your way back up, but you needed to get to that place with them and learn that information with them.
yeah, yeah. I thought
That's
about doing, yeah.
upselling them back.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. All right, sounds good.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Makes
Thank you.
sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Solutions.
Okay. There's a lot more here. We could do this all day long. I would love to go through scenario by scenario, but I'll tell you, as you're like dealing with these things, okay? As you get one of these things, I'd be happy if you post it on the Alliance group and you do a quick voice memo while you're driving and say, "Hey, this occurred." I'll watch for those, okay? And I'll just respond to it live. You guys can listen back. I'll tell you how I would have handled it, okay? I'll watch for those. Okay? Cool. There's a lot more that we can do. You can learn from these things as you're going throughout the day. There's phoning ones too. It's 9:17. Ron, can we get it up on the screen? We are ready to rock and roll. 9:17. Miss Jones is waiting for us. Our focus is to live within the window of today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. But really, right now, we care about today and tomorrow most. Okay. Go to the Zoom chat box real quick. And here's what I want to see. Okay. I want to see the following. Today, I'm at 3 out of 5. Tomorrow, I'm at 4 out of 5. I want to see that. So we know what same days do we need. We need to bring attention to the next 2 days. That's our focus. We need to focus on today and tomorrow. Any slots that are not filled. So Naya needs to get one more for today. She's 3 out of 4, so she needs to book a same day. We booked a lot of same days yesterday, by the way, and we sold a lot on those same days. Okay, same days rock. Okay, Cassie's got one more. I'm looking for a today and tomorrow. If you don't know how to do it, guys, on Zoom, when you type something, if it's bothering you, you can hit Shift Enter and it'll go to the next line. Okay,